Let me start the recording again. Okay. So in Khalaba family, in Khalaba yanqalibu inqilaban fahuwa munqalibun. Then you have wal amru minhu inqalib wan nahyu anhu
لا قلب
la tanqalib
والظرف منه منقلب
wa dharfu minhu.
منقلب.
Yes. Okay. Now we'll do some words. In ba'atha.
I'll try.
Yes, please.
إن بعث ينبعث إن بئاسا
Hmm.
فهو منبعث
Hmm.
والأمر منه إن بئس
Hmm.
والنهي عنه لا تنبئس
Hmm.
والظرف منه منبعث.
Excellent. Munba'athun. Exactly. Okay. Then we have in fa'ala.
Somebody else wants to go.
Can somebody do this? Sorry, I can't hear you.
I'll do it.
Sure.
So, in fa'ala,
Hmm.
then yan fa'ilu,
Mm-hmm.
then in 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 fi in fi'alan,
Excellent.
then uh, munfa'ilun,
Yes.
then commanding is commanding would be I can do the process.
Yes, sure. Please do the
Yeah.
process. No worry.
So the process would be we'll start from the second person. That would be tan fa ilu.
Yes.
Then we will tan fa il.
Yes.
We'll do lightest. Then
Mm-hmm.
remove the ta and
Mm-hmm.
put the helper alif.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be in fa il.
Excellent.
And
Jazakallah
then
khair.
forbidding would be um, uh, uh, la tan la fi tan fi al
Fa'il.
fa'il. Sorry, yes.
Yeah. No, I apologize for my writing on the screen, which is just, I don't know
then
what happens. It isn't
then
good to begin with, and on this, it just slides in with a mind of its own. So, la tanqalib.
okay,
Okay.
yeah.
So, yeah, la tanfa'il. And then what else?
Then mun fa'alun.
Excellent. Munfa'alun. Okay. Alhamdulillah, we're done with family 7.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallahu khair. Then we will start with group 3, family 8. What is family 8?
اقترب
اقترب.
Yes. Iqtaraba, yaqtaribu.
Boo.
And the masdar is
اقترابا.
yes.
Sister
Just
Ashia, the alif, which is this is known as Hamzatul Wasal, right? Because this can
yes,
drop and okay, yeah. Just want to
exactly.
clarify that. Yeah.
Yes, this group three, all the families in the group three, family 7 in Qalaba,
Hmm.
family
Hmm.
8 Iqtaraba,
In
and family
yeah.
10 Istaghfara. The
Hmm.
alif, the hamza, sorry, not an alif. The hamza in the beginning is called
Hmm.
Hamzatul Wasl.
Even in Kalaba, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So what's the
Only,
attribute of Hamzatul Wasl?
for example, like in the Quran, we have Fan Qalibu,
Yes.
Qalibu, right? Actually, this was Fa, which is a starting letter, and in Qalibu.
Okay.
What happened was when Fa got added to the Hamza, this Kasra was dropped.
Okay.
So we don't recite this Kasra. We don't say Fa in Qalibu. We say Fan Qalibu. Similarly, Iqtaraba becomes Faqtaribu.
Okay.
Like Istaghfara becomes Fastaghfaru. Fastaghfara, sorry. So you see this Hamza, it does not get recited clearly. It gets lost in the merging of one letter to the word. But the Aslama family 4,
Hmm.
this Hamza
Yeah.
is way stronger.
Hamzatul Qata.
So, yeah, so this is called Hamzatul Qata. And when we add fa in it, we don't say faslama. We say fa aslama. We have to recite the a separately from the fa. That is the difference basically.
Jazakallah.
Why? Yeah. Also, this Hamzatul Qata also comes in the Ana Ansuru version,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Ansuru of all the families.
Mhm.
So this Hamza of Ana is Hamzatul Qata. We will always read it loud. And there are a couple of other places where we will use it. Inshallah, we will keep those in mind as we start studying them. So I hope this Hamza is understood by everybody.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, what is the fourth word that we need to make in this family?
Ism file.
Yes, the fourth word is ism file, and ism file is made from
Doesn't.
yaqtaribu.
Yeah.
We will replace the ya with
Meme.
اقترب
yes.
اقترب اقترابا
No,
No.
no, ism file.
مقترب
Muqtaribun. Yeah.
مقترب
Yes, yes. Muqtaribun. Right? We did not have to change the kasra because kasra was
Yeah.
already there.
Already there.
Okay, so the first line is اقترب يقترب اقترابا فهو مقترب. Okay, let's go to the second line because this family has passive. So we will make past passive. For that we need اقترب, the active form. We need the OE sound.
Yeah.
اقترب.
Yes. Okay. اقترب. Excellent. So the second last letter of the end kalma is re. Uqturi. And before it, all of the harakas will change into U.
Dhamma.
Yes. So from iqtaraba, you have uqturiba. Then present passive, yaqtaribu.
Yuk. Tarab.
We have the ua. And here we see that the first is a, which we need to change, and the end kalma or the second last letter also needs to be changed because it has a kasra. So it will change both of them.
Yes.
So from yaqtaribu, it will be yuqtarabu.
Oh, yes.
Okay? So this will be the OR sound. Then,
اقتراب مقترب.
yes, the masdar will repeat itself. اقترابا. And number 8 is ism maf'ul. We will make yuqtarabu present passive. What will we change?
It's a maful, right? Yeah. You'll just add a fatha, right? Muqtarabun.
Mo, mo. It is already fatha on the
Yeah.
second last letter on the ain kalama. So we will make it stay and we will put a tanween at the end. So from yuqtarabu, we have muqtarabun.
Muqtarabun. Yeah.
So the second line is done, alhamdulillah. Now we do the third line. Third line, Sarf Sagheer. So the ninth word is wal amru minhu,
Yeah.
commanding, and we take
The present
iqtaraba
active.
yaqtaribu, the present active. We make it.
Right. That's
No,
you
first we
change. No,
make
first
it.
you take second person. Second person.
Yes,
Taqtaribu.
exactly. Then
Then you make it lightest. So last two we'll put a sukun. So it'll be taqtarib.
okay.
Then you'll remove the ya and you will then you will add you remove the ta in the third process and then you will add an helper alif
Okay.
with a
Excellent.
with a
What will be the haraka?
kasra.
Yes. Iqtarib. This will be the commanding fail. Okay. Now, what is the next word?
والنهي النهي
Exactly.
عنه.
والنهي عنه, forbidding. Okay. We start with ينقلب, يقترب.
With the second person, you do.
Okay. تقترب,
Make it lightest again. تقترب.
تقترب.
And just add a la in front of it.
Exactly. لا
تقترب.
تقترب. Excellent. And what will be the
مفعول.
اسم
Sorry,
ظرف?
same as اسم مفعول.
Exactly. مقترب. Okay, family 8 understood?
Yeah.
This will take some time getting used to, but inshallah, the more you write it down, the more you'll understand. Group 3, family 8. So family 8 would be اقترب يقترب اقترابا فهو مقترب. Second line would be اقترب يقترب اقترابا فهو
فهو مقترب.
فهو مقترب والأمر
أمر
منه
منه اقترب.
والنهي عنه
لا تقترب. والظرف منه مقترب.
والظرف منه
مقترب.
مقترب. What is the family marker
Uh,
of family 8?
it starts with إق.
Hamza
همزة.
starts with E and
اقترب.
Fakal.
أو استغفر. إيش بيقولوا؟
We are doing family 8. اقترب. Fa kalma, the first root letter will have sukoon
Yeah.
followed by ta.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to write it somewhere else because it isn't. Yeah, so followed by fa kalma has sukoon.
سريش.
Okay, I'll write it here. So followed by ta. Okay, everybody got this?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. I'm just deleting this part so I can write. Now there's one important thing because we usually, if we have words with like in kalaba or in tashara, many people just look at this and they say in, it is in from family 7, but they forget this ta,
Yeah.
right? So the difference between family 8 and family 7 is that if you only hear the in sound without the ta, then it is family 7. But if you have in followed by ta, it will usually be family
اقترب.
8.
Mhm.
Okay? So keep this in mind.
Mhm.
In ba'atha, in fa'ala. So there was no ta there.
Hmm.
So most of the time, it will be in sound only in the family 7. In the family 8, because ta is a must letter, so even if the first root letter is noon, right? Like intasara from nasara, intashara, they have in plus the ta sound, so that will make it family 8. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes, Alhamdulillah.
Okay. So intashara, can somebody do intashara from family 8?
I will try inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, please.
انتشر ينتشر انتشارا وهو منتشر.
Hmm.
انتشر ينتشر انتشارا فهو منتشر.
Excellent.
والأمر منه انتشر والنهي عنه لا تنتشر
Hmm.
والظرف منه منتشر.
Excellent. Muntasharun. Right?
منتشر.
Zarf is like ismi maf'ul. So the sheen will have a fatha instead of a kasra.
Okay.
Okay, can somebody do from intasara? Yes?
انتصر, right? Okay, I'll
Yes.
try.
Sure.
انتصر
Hmm.
ينتصر
Hmm.
انتصارا فهو
Excellent.
منتصر.
Hmm.
انتصر
Hmm.
ينتصر
Excellent.
انتصارا
Yes.
فهو منتصر. والأمر
Excellent.
منه تصر تصر
Yes.
انتصر. والنهي عنه لا تنتصر.
Yes.
والظرف منه منتصر.
Excellent. MashaAllah. Jazakillahu khairan kathiran kathiran. So family 8 is done. Any questions in family 8?
No, Alhamdulillah. Sorted.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Then we will do away with this. The last family that we have in the big 8 families, group 3, family 10. Yes, so the first word is istaghfara. Yastaghfiru. Istighfaran. Okay, what will be the fourth word?
Mustaghfaran.
Isme file. So we will do from yastaghfiru.
Mustaghfirun.
Yes. More change. The second last letter is already kasra, so we do not have to put a kasra. And mustaghfirun. So the first letter would be istaghfara, yastaghfiru, istighfaran, fahuwa mustaghfirun. Right?
Mhm.
Okay. The second line of Sarf Sagheer for family 10 will start with past passive.
Oh,
So istaghfara will become,
Ustughfira.
yes. The jazm's letters will remain the same. With the haraka ones will get the dhamma, and the second last letter will get kasra. Ustaghfira. U-E sound. U-U-E over here. Then present passive from active yastaghfiru
Yes. Ustughfaru.
we have u-a sound. So u and the last letter will have a. Yustaghfaru. From yastaghfiru you have yustaghfaru.
Here we are not supposed to change the dal, I mean the sainanta, like Ustughfara.
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Here in Istaghfir, I mean in Ustughfira, we have changed to the mas. Ustughfira.
Yes,
Here in ta anta, we have not supposed to change that fatah.
we have changed it to fatha. The other was already fatha,
Okay. Uh-huh.
right? The first will be u, and then all the rest will be a.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, you're talking about this. Yes, I did wrong. No, but it will be u because it is present.
Mm.
The last letter will have the dhamma like we discussed yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hua
No,
version of past and of present tense
Mm.
verbs will always have u at the end.
no. I think the question was, like in the first one where you made the passive.
In ta
Uh,
kalma.
yeah, you did all when it was e. You made all oos and last you added kasra, right?
Yes,
So why in this it is like only the first is taking a oo and the second ta is getting a fatha? That's the question,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
believe,
that's my
right?
question.
Yeah,
Yes.
even
the,
mine.
the rest over here in the small words you have just u-e, so you don't have multiple u's or multiple a's or anything. That is
Mm-hmm.
simple. Where you have more letters in the past passive, there can be many u's but only
Mm-hmm.
one e. Okay, like this u and e.
Okay.
But in the past passive you can have only one u and multiple a's.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the one u here, and the jazm doesn't change. The words that the letters that have jazm stay with jazm, but all the other, if this was already, you see here, this was already fatha, so you didn't need to change it. This
You're
was
saying it.
kasra, so that's
This
why
is.
you needed to change it into fatha.
So you're saying this is in the passive, present passive, right? Where the
Yes.
only it is you like that it is, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, I got confused there. Okay,
Oh.
Okay.
and in passive, past passive, it will be oo e, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it now. Clear.
Multiple U's, and then the second last letter will have the E.
Mm-hmm.
So this is with words like this family or with some other words that have many letters. So this is how you will do it. If you go to when Ustad did the passive for the first time, inshallah, you will hear him say this rule.
Mhm.
Yeah, he did say this. Remember now, recollect.
Yes,
So
because
just by
it's
looking
not
at the
that
oo
common.
sound,
Usually we just go by OE. So that's why this is a little strange.
mhm. No, what I
Previously, we
thought
had the
is,
smaller words, so we never come with
Yes,
this
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. So this is the big family. It has
family. Mhm.
ist, like three letters to it before the root letter, right? So that's why it'll need more extra harakas, both in past passive and present passive.
Alhamdulillah,
just by
Alhamdulillah.
looking at the in every past passive, there will be the multiple dhammas before that
Yes,
ain kalma,
yes,
before that jazm.
yes,
And in present passive, it is not the rule to be dhammas. It is only
oh,
first u,
yes. The first u,
afterwards all the fatha.
yes,
Oh, so it is the marker for us to recognize the past passive and present passive.
yes.
Mhm.
In small words, where you have a couple of letters with haraka, ue is sufficient. In past passive, and ua is sufficient in present passive. But if you
Mhm.
have more letters with more harakas, then in the past passive, you will do multiple o's and
Mhm.
single e
Mhm.
on the second last letter.
Mhm.
But in the present passive, you will have a single oo sound
Mhm.
and the rest will be e's.
Okay. Rest will be the as.
Sorry?
In the present passive, rest will be the a sound.
Yes. Oo,
Mhm.
and then the rest will be a.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, is this
And you
point
are
clear
saying
now?
something.
Yes.
You are saying something about the last letter dhamma and fatha.
Yes, these, let me just clear this up a bit because we've make it a little neater. So uh, that, okay. Now we did this point in all, and this is for all the families.
Mhm.
Hua version, past tense, ends in fatha.
Mhm.
Okay, then hua, hiya,
Mhm.
anta,
Mhm.
ana, nahnu.
Mhm.
These for present tense
Mhm.
always end in dhamma.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. What
whether
about the?
it be passive or active for both.
Mhm.
The last letter of past active and passive for
Mhm.
present active and passive, they will not change
Mhm.
for these versions, right? Others have different letters you have to add, so then they will not come under this category.
Okay. What about the hiya, anta, ana, nahnu version of past tense?
No, no, only hua version of past tense ends in a fatha.
Mhm. No, what I'm asking is, what about the hiya version of past tense, anta version of past tense?
Here version of past tense would be nasarat. You have jazm.
Mm-hmm. The same thing, the chart.
But in the family, like in the Sarf Sagheer, we are only dealing with these, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So that's why we are just mentioning this again and
Mm-hmm.
again. That's it. Otherwise, all the other versions are, of course, part of the conjugation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
How about the
Jazakallahu khairan.
past passive and present passive? There is
Even in
any
them.
same rule?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The seventh is masdar repeat itself. So istighfaran. Number 8, isme maf'ul.
مفعول مستغفرا.
Yes, yustaghfara.
Is
Okay.
Master is
Okay, okay.
istighfaran or istighfaran?
Sorry?
Master is
Mustaghfaru.
istighfaran or istighfaran?
Yes, it is. For example, for all the groups and families in this group, for inqalaba, you have yanqalibu
Okay,
inqilaban.
okay,
Iqtaraba yaqtaribu
اقتراب.
iqtiraban.
Robin. Okay,
Right? Then for this family, because it is in the group, because of this, istaghfara yastaghfiru istighfaran.
okay. Alhamdulillah.
So yeah, so when we learn the combinations family and group wise, we will see there is a pattern. So it will be easier for us to learn. Okay?
Yeah.
So
قرن.
mustaghfarun will be the ism maf'ul.
Mhm. Here it will be the yustaghfaru, right?
Oh yes, jazakillahu khair. Yustaghfaru. Okay. Now we will do the third line. Just a second. Okay, apologize. Let's do from. Okay, number 9 would be wal amru minhu, commanding, fail. So it will be yastaghfiru, present tense active. What will we do?
Second person.
Second
Yes,
person active.
تستغفر.
yes. Tastaghfiru.
Mhm.
Then,
Make light test. Tastaghfir.
yes. Tastaghfir.
Remove the ta.
Okay.
Now we have to add helper alif.
Oh, sorry. I gave that away. Astaghfir. What will be the haraka on the helper alif?
Kasra.
Kasra.
Yes. So the commanding will be istaghfir.
Fir.
Okay. Then we have number 10, forbidding, fail, wannayu anhu.
Same process.
Okay. Yastaghfir, we will start with present tense. Firu, tastaghfiru,
add a la.
Then what's the second step?
Lightest,
Yes.
tastaghfir, and then la in front of that.
Tastaghfir. Then you have la attached to it. La tastaghfir. Okay. This is your forbidding. And for the last word, ism zarf, it will be
Ismi maf'ul. Mustaghfar.
mustaghfarun. Excellent.
Okay, sister, I have a question now.
Yes.
Yesterday you said like for the act for all these there is a separate like kabir, right? Conjugation when you do the
Yes.
conjugation. No? So I understand for the active and the passive, past and present, we know the conjugation. But what about the masdar and what about ismi maf'ul and
Yes.
fa'il?
Inshallah, I haven't introduced you to the
Okay, okay,
isme
okay,
zarf and masdar yet,
okay.
but I have mentioned it
Hmm.
in the groups.
Hmm.
So that's why
Okay.
I'm just going to mention it. For example, in the Muslim chart, you
Hmm.
have Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini, Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina. Then you have Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin, Muslimatani, Muslimataini, Muslimataini, Muslimatun, Muslimatin, Muslimatin, right?
Hmm.
For the Masdar and Ism Zarf,
Hmm.
the conjugation will only be masculine, singular, Rafa Nasab Jar,
Okay.
dual, masculine, Rafa Nasab Jar, and feminine plural Rafa Nasab Jar. So
Okay.
from istighfarun, istighfaran, istighfarin. Then you have istighfarani, istighfaraini, istighfaraini.
Fine.
Then you will have istighfaratun,
Oh,
istighfaratin, istighfaratin. That's it.
that's a plural.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So we have yet to learn this. Okay, fine.
Yes. So we
We're
haven't done
not.
it with the start yet. So
I don't want to
inshallah.
confuse the others now.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
we will do it later on, inshallah. Okay.
Inshallah. Jazakallah khair.
Well, so let's clear this and let's write the whole conjugation. So group 3, family 10, we will have istaghfara, yastaghfiru, istighfaran, fahuwa mustaghfirun, ustughfira, yustaghfaru, istighfaran, fahuwa mustaghfarun. الأمر منه استغفر والنهي عنه
لا
لا تستغفر. Yes. والظرف منه
تستغفر.
مستغفر فار. Okay, the family marker for family 10 is the ist in the beginning. Okay,
Yeah.
The seen in ta, ist or yast. So if you see seen in ta in the word together, it will be family 10.
Mhm.
Okay. Can somebody do istakbara?
Can I try this?
Yes, please.
Okay. Istagbara, yastakbiru, istakbaran, fahuwa mustakbirun.
Hmm.
Ustugbira, yustakbaru, istikbaran, fahuwa mustakbarun.
Hmm.
Al-amru minhu istakbir, والنهي عنه لا تستكبر والظرف منه مستكبر.
Excellent. Jazakallahu khairan kathiran kasira. Okay. Um, okay. Istafala. Can somebody do?
Istaf'ala,
Hmm.
yastafilu,
Hmm.
istif'alan,
Excellent.
fahuwa mustaf'ilun,
Ex- Excellent.
ustuf'ila, yustaf, yus,
Yes.
yus, sorry, istaf'ala. One second. Just Google.
No problem at
Which
all.
one?
Take your time.
Which one I was on?
Now you were on the second line.
Second line.
Ustufila.
Ustuf'ila, yus, yus, yustaf, yustafalu,
Yes. Excellent.
istif'alan, فهو
Excellent.
مستفعل,
Excellent.
والأمر منه استفعل, والنهي عنه لا تستفعل, والظرف منه مستفعل.
Excellent. Jazakallah khairan. Kathiran Kasira. This was a bit of a tongue twister with so many letters. So, Alhamdulillah, we are done with the big 8 families. So, inshallah, we will try to have the next session, inshallah, on Friday, so that we are able to do the family 1 families, the small 6 families, and we do the families like we did these families. So does anybody have any question in these 3 families that we did?
No,
So the session will
Alhamdulillah.
be after the class as well?
Inshallah,
Okay,
I will confirm
inshallah.
it before
Okay,
that,
sure.
so that if we can have, because like for today, when I asked how many will be there, so only 1 or 2 responded. So that's why I just said, okay, then I asked them if we could do it later after the class. So they said, okay. So that's why we then did not have the session. So inshallah, most probably the after class session will be there, but the before one will depend on how many people are there.
Inshallah.
So inshallah, we'll talk it out in the group and confirm it. So please do practice these families like we have done, all the 8 families, inshallah. And if you have any issues or questions, again, please ask in the group so that we are able to follow and have our any doubts that we have, they shall be removed, right? So
Inshallah.
any
Sister,
question?
can you give some words to practice, like do it in home, like writing down it?
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
that would be
inshallah. Sure, I'll make the exercise today and
yeah,
I'll send it to the group, inshallah.
in the group, inshallah, inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah. Okay, then.
Jazakallah
Inshallah.
khair for all your help, Sister Asfiya.
No
Jazakallah. It's
problem at
making
all.
easy to
Jazakallah
us.
khair. May
وإياكم
Allah
السلام
reward
عليكم
you.
جزاكم.
ورحمة الله وبركاته جزاك الله خير
وعليكم السلام. سبحانك اللهم
Walaikum salam.
وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليه. Inshallah, we'll meet the next session. Assalamu
جزاك الله
alaikum.
خير. وعليكم
جزاك الله.
السلام.
Wa alaikum.